Thursday, and that means we are back in nutrition educator Lynn Matava's kitchen this morning. And today we're learning how to make guacamole from scratch. Check it out.
We are going to talk about avocados today. These are very affordable right now. You can find them for around $1. I got them this morning for 79 cents, and they're a very, very, very healthy food. And if there's something that you haven't purchased before, then it might be something you're a little intimidated by. So we're going to work through that. When you go shopping for avocados, they come in, oftentimes they're in this kind of green state when they're first unripe and off the tree, when they're first picked. And as they ripen, they get a nice deep, rich black color, almost purple when they're ready to go. And there's this button at the top where they've come off the tree. And what I do is I just gently push around that button and see if they're getting soft. Don't squeeze around the rest of the fruit because then you end up bruising it. But I just do that around there. When it's soft, I know it's ready to slice open. And to slice them open, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way so you can see. So there is a giant pit inside, and I am going to hit just until I hit that pit. And then to keep my fingers safe and out of the way, I'm just rolling the avocado around that pit. And then when you open it, you've got that pit on one side, on the other you don't. And then one thing I will mention, if you are only using this half of the avocado right now, what you can do is wrap this tightly up in the fridge and maybe a piece of plastic wrap or one of those wax paper wrap things, and then leave the pit in, and it'll stay fresh a little longer so you can eat it tomorrow, and maybe just wipe a little bit of the brown off where it oxidizes. But we're actually going to use this whole avocado today. So fingers out of the way, I just smack the knife into that pit to get it out. And what we're going to make is a really quick guacamole. It's such an easy thing to make, and it's something that many, many people love to eat. It's delicious. It's so good for us. Avocados are very high in fat, and that makes people a little bit nervous about eating them sometimes. They wonder if that's okay. It is. These fats are very healthy fats. It's very, very high in stuff that helps our brain stay happy, our belly stay satiated. It's really high in B vitamins, and something really neat about them, because they're so high in fat, I'm often saying eat those bright and colorful fruits and vegetables. So when you're eating like your orange fruits and vegetables, like your squash or your carrots or sweet potatoes, your body needs to synthesize those pigments into vitamin A. And one of the ways it does it is with the healthy fat in foods. So when you eat avocado, it's actually helping you better utilize the other things you've eaten that are healthy for you, which is pretty cool. So I'm just scooping this out and discarding the skin and dropping them into a bowl, just scooping it with a spoon. Sometimes they've started forming, like I can see here, there's a couple places where they've started forming a little bit of roots from that pit. And I'm just going to scrape them out and kind of put them in my discard bowl over here. It's not a big deal, but you might not want those fibers in your guacamole. Guacamole is a very, very easy, fresh recipe. You can make it with simply just smashing the avocado, adding some lime juice, salt, and garlic, or you can add some other things to it. So I've got this fresh lime here. It doesn't have to be fresh. You could use some of the stuff from the store that's in the little bottle, and I just rolled it just to help it juice a little. And the lime juice helps keep the avocado from turning brown. So obviously we're making this in the morning. We probably aren't eating it till dinner in my house, but the lime juice will help keep it from turning brown until later in the day. So I've got a whole lime in there. And then I've got a garlic clove that I've already peeled. And I'm just quickly grating it in there. You could smash it or use your garlic press, or however you use your garlic. You could also use powdered garlic. It doesn't have to be, the kind that's fresh like this. And then the only other basic ingredient would be just a little bit of salt. So I sprinkle that in, and then you could just use a fork to mash it. If you have one of these potato mashers, you could do that. And then really this is done, and you could dip chips in it or put it on top of tacos. You could also add, for a little color, some ready-made salsa. You could add some fresh cilantro if you have it. You could add some fresh green onions if you have them. I've even got a jalapeno here. If I was eating it just for myself and it didn't have kids that weren't into the really spicy addition, I would definitely add this in. But really that's it. And just like that, you have guacamole ready to go for your Taco Tuesday or Thursday.